Okay, so for this practice, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to draw yourself two fairly good sized rectangles. These were making these oversized. Obviously your cutouts were not this big. And then I also want you to draw a rectangle. You'll get a, is that, what is the Minecraft faces? And they're yeah. We're gonna fill in each of these with shapes. So we took our snowflake, we took the negative space in the snowflake, and we traced them, making them positive space. And then we're going to fill in that positive space with more shapes. We're just totally messing with the positive negative space idea. All right. Just watch me for a few moments and listen, and then I'm going to let you have an opportunity to work on that on your own. Okay, so I'm going to draw some shapes, and the shapes I'm going to draw are going to interlock. It's going to be just like when we did the cutout, the lines we did for the cutting out the snowflake. I always recommend that you draw big shapes, bigger shapes than what you probably would normally draw. You can keep them simple, drawing just a rectangle, square. You want to get complicated, go backwards, L, long skinny rectangle, little rectangle, backwards 7, two more rectangles. Right, now if I were to erase all the sides that are not a part of those shapes, it still looks like a rectangle, or still looks like a square, right? Okay, so that's the part that's important. It has to still look like the shape that it was. If you see big holes or big gaping spots in the middle, or you're missing an entire corner, you have to fix that. All right, so take a second and work on that on your own. We'll pause the video and you can do that. Okay, so for the second rectangle, I'll show you a slightly different approach. Still keeping things simple, but this time we're going to add some curved lines. Okay, so we're going to start with straight lines on the side, but then we can draw curves inside. These can be a lot more interesting to look at, but can also be a little bit more difficult to get to interlock if we don't really have a grasp on the basic interlocking idea. Again, all the shapes touch the sides, so that if I erase the sides, I still see my shape. And I'm going to pause this again and let you work that out. If you need a little more practice, you can fill in that rectangle.